Yeah, I drank my last beer on my deck yesterday, so
Oh,
on a part built deck,
yeah.
not screwed down yet. I just started cutting the blanks, so don't get ahead of yourselves.
I'll finish that in a couple of years.
It's
Yeah,
big enough for a beer. That's good enough for me.
exactly.
If the rest of the family want to enjoy it, then have to put out their own planks.
Yeah, exactly. You want a glass of wine? You say? Bring 3 planks.
Welcome to episode 90 of the No.1 Crude Mistakes podcast with Haavard from Behind the Mistakes, Glenn from No.1 Projects, and me, K.J. from Crude but Efficient, who had a video out.
Woohoo!
Whoa, that's a
Yep, that
flying
was kind of the
start.
response I got.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't several months after the event either, KJ.
No, it wasn't. 2 weeks more or less on the nose, I would
Is
say.
that a record?
I think so. I think it's a new personal record.
Yeah. Well done, KJ.
Thank you.
So how was
Alex?
the response?
It's been better than previous years, I think. But yeah, that might be that it was actually in some kind of connection with it. Normally, when people got nostalgic about 2 weeks ago or something like that, or forgotten about all the bad things, or
I think your thumbnail might have helped, I'll be honest.
it might have. It's a good thing to have a paparazzi with you.
So you owe me 2 fees because I feel like I was the star of the video. And I obviously took the picture for the thumbnail as well. So, if it ever does get monetized, KJ, I want a percentage.
Yeah, considering that I'm the furthest of us from that, and that will probably keep it. That it will probably keep that way. So yeah, sure. Sure.
It only takes one video, KJ.
Yes and no. You have to keep it up as well.
Oh, that's true. But one video got you monetized, didn't it, Haavard?
Yeah, and I mean,
And you're living high life now.
yeah. Every Tuesday I'm hanging with the riffraff. The other days is champagne and yachts all over. Oh,
All the other rich YouTubers, they go out and buy fancy cars, don't they? And you've done the same. You've got a steam-powered car now.
well, I'm up there with the best of them when it comes to spending money on cars. it's just a different approach because I'm special. Oh.
Is that to balance out the electric car to have one that produces extra smoke instead?
I don't know where to start, but it is probably easiest to start at the beginning or in the middle or at the end of the beginning. Yeah, I got my car back on Monday. Um, got it home. Didn't really drive much, and then on Wednesday I was out driving, and then it smoked like it caught on fire. So I took a video, sent it to the garage, and said, "Well, got my car here on Monday. Now this. Call me so we can fix it." And then they called and they had arranged for a follow up session. And when I delivered the car, I really struggled keeping a diplomatic, happy go camper face that I usually have. And then of course they had it in for a day, and then they called me, and yeah, they figured it out. It wasn't something wrong with it. At least that's what they're telling me. But yeah, it was still it was some oil residue from the repair that wasn't cleaned up, and once it got hot enough, it started smoking. So, yep. So when you run a garage and you fix something and you spill a lot of oil whilst doing it, maybe clean it up and then go for a test drive for more than 20 seconds and let it build up pressure and get hot, so you the symptoms are gone now. No, they don't do that. So yeah,
Did you have to pay for the second diagnosis for the smoke?
no.
Thank goodness.
But they tried, because you signed the waiver in the beginning, and they say that it was like £250 per hour in diagnostics work. And I said, what do you mean with this? Because and then they just cut me off. No, you're not gonna pay anything. So so fine. So I didn't pay anything for that. But yeah, I spent a lot of money. Now I have a car, which I have to spend a lot more money on. That's the backside of the medal, because now it's working, and the oil leak is fixed. So now I have ordered all the parts, like for the brakes and whatnot, to fix it up for the MOT, and that's on me. So yeah, if the parts get here this week, I'm gonna spend the weekend under a car or on top of the
Nice.
deck. So yeah,
You're going to film it.
no, that's not gonna be a pleasant experience for anyone.
Well, if someone needs to learn some Norwegian curse words, I think it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd probably be worth setting the camera on that just for a quick reel.
We'll see. We'll see how which mood I'm in on Saturday. But we have another one who had a video out since last time.
That was me. That was me.
Yeah. You're
First
on
out
a
with the
roll.
bogwood.
Yes. Feel quite happy and smug with myself for that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you should. I mean, it came out looking really, really good.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with
I was impressed for real.
Not just the usual lies that you tell me every week.
Okay, yeah, I know how that sounds. More impressed than usual. Does that make it sound better? No. Yeah.
But seeing that video, it makes me want to, well, basically propose a collaboration with KJ, because you're working in the industry of huge boxes with these brass thick copper bus bars. Can't you yank one of those with you, so I can have as well? Because yeah, that brass wood combination looked really good.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the copper is energized when I attend to it, so I don't feel like touching that.
Not always. I saw some pictures here on a group where they were suddenly de-energized, and then I mean it's just like free pickings.
Come on, KJ, you're a professional. Surely you can swing us a bit of copper.
Yeah, but sending it to Norway or England, I don't think it's with prices and that sort of thing yet. Is that some kind of smuggling, perhaps?
To be fair, my brass and my copper that's in stock, that came from Germany from one of my subscribers. So
Ah, yeah. So you already got it smuggled.
yeah, it's already been smuggled in.
Nice.
Lovely to work with. I'm getting a little bit addicted to the copper. Also rehandled lots of people rehandle knives. I rehandled the pruning saw the other day.
Well, it's on brand.
Thought I put a Glen spin on it. But yeah, I could get used to working with it all the time. But I need a bigger supply. Come on, KJ.
How long did you have to sand that blade to get that?
Oh, it went pretty quickly, about a day.
I'm out.
Yeah. The problem is when you work with copper, it gets hot really quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. So I did it on the wet sharpening system, which is really quite slow when you're starting from scratch.
Yeah.
But I managed to get the 4 facets on either 2 or 2 on either side lined up, and then hand filed it from there. And actually, hand filing it was much quicker. But I just needed to get those call them facets. I'm not even sure that's the right word, but get those faces nice and square first. But then it went pretty smoothly after that. Then put it on the polishing wheel, and that really worked wonders. Made it nice and shiny and got rid of all the scratches, and a lot more easier on the eye.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really good. And I thought you were gonna open horse.
No, that's a project.
Yeah, to tie them together, to get the flow, to get the big.
Do it. Do.
I could make a brass box for it to sit in. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Make your own brass knobs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, knob doctor.
Yeah. I mean, you're the knob guy of us. So
The knob gardener.
I'm glad you just put in words at the end of knob and not you're just a knob.
no, that's far too easy.
Not agent. The.
Yeah.
So what else have you been up to? More than publishing a video.
So I rehandled the pruning saw with the copper. I had to go at leather work today for the first time. That was nice. I really enjoyed
That you
that.
did. I knew you did had done something, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
That also came out really good.
Yeah, really happy with that. And I decided to cover a small torch with leather. I didn't actually. That's not how it started. I decided to cover a small torch with oak, and after 2 attempts, that failing, I then decided to cover it with leather, which went a lot more smoothly. Yeah, but very, very enjoyable. I think I could quite easily get addicted to leather work. We've got a little leather workstation set up in the living room. Michelle's got her old her grandma's old sewing box in the living room, and that now houses all the leatherwork stuff. So yeah, I can see me doing lots more leatherwork in the future. For that last hour of the day I'm not in the workshop, I can come inside and make some more stuff.
And you used the laser to tag the leather?
Yes, yeah.
And how was the smell?
Stinky, like burning hair.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I forgot to wipe it before I started working with the leather, so I ended up with black dust all over my fingers that smelled like burnt hair as well, which was lovely.
That's even worse than just having a smell that you can air out. But
yeah, so at least I learned something today. Give it a wipe next time.
every day you learn something, it's not wasted.
What else have I done? I've also finished those awls off today. The Allen keys.
the ones needing the pointy bits.
Yeah, the pointy bits arrived, and I made them pointy and stuck them in just before we started the podcast. And I made Michelle's mum a couple of tools for her artwork as well.
You have been a busy boy. It must have been terrible weather in England.
It was not very good this morning, so I didn't go to work today. It didn't stop till about 12:30. And then it's just been leading up to Maker Central. We're getting the garden straight and everything. I didn't seem to have any time to get in the workshop, and now the past couple of weekends have been lovely. I've just been full on making. Michelle's been reading a book, and my daughter's been happy doing whatever she does, and yeah, so it's all works out really well.
Everyone has left each other alone.
Everybody's left. I think it's really nice when everybody can leave each other alone and everybody's happy about it. I think that's it's a happy family then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what about you, Haavard? What have you been up to apart from having smoke-driven cars? I'm really sorry when you sent us that video for laughing.
Well, it is funny in a very non-funny way when I check my bank account. It's like, yep, there goes the lathe and the laser and my dignity. No, that was a long time ago. So, yeah.
And food for the coming month.
Yeah. No, it's not that bad. Of course, getting the car back, I also borrowed someone's car, so I got a lot of materials. So I've been building a deck. Haven't filmed that. It's not funny. I thought, should I put up a time lapse? No, nobody wants to watch that, and I'm taking all the shortcuts ever known to man in carpentry. So putting that on video, knowing the people that I know, they would never let me live to forget it. Like, what the fuck did you do that? But what I have been doing, I'm a weapons manufacturer now, and I see a lot of companies into, they call it defense, but basically it's guns and ammo builders are now
I mean, that depends on how you use it.
yeah, that's the cover they go under. But I see there's a lot of companies now seeking people, and I haven't applied, but I still do the work I see they search for. They do want a lot of people with electronics and programming competence, but also they need mechanical people to design and 3D print. And yeah, I'm building a flamethrower. I mean, super soaker. So yeah, I have it here. It's how
Oh
long is it?
wow!
Oh, it's
Oh
longer.
wow!
How long
It's like
can
a
one
Star
thing
Wars
be?
intro.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
sniper rifle.
it is.
Harpoon
It
gun was that, I
is.
thought, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And the tip is, of course, I have to make it in modules anyway, but it's one bolt and you can remove it and you can put on the other one with the taser. I mean, a high voltage spark generator. And then, yeah, this is not a flamethrower at all. But,
That looks
and
like
this,
an air gun for the trigger.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
nice.
basically it. So
Yeah.
I'm just building a holder for that. And so now I have to weld the pressure tank and so on. But I might not even have to weld it because I was bored yesterday and went to AliExpress and I found a cap, 30 millimeter cap that actually fits the threads on the water extinguisher. And then what the fuck? Why do I want to weld it when I can just buy the part to screw in? So yeah, it's coming along nicely. Um, and that got me thinking though, because the idea I have for the video is of course is the intro and the build video, but then you have to test it. And I did the same with the air powered flybuster. And of course it is fun filming yourself going out and squirting water everywhere. But I mean, it's the fun thing with the super soaker or any water pistol was that you were out with your friends, right? And you were playing, and then of course it was about getting everybody wet. And then I realized I'm a 43-year-old man. I haven't been in a water fight in 30 years. So why am I building this? And I got a kind of an existential crisis. And then I got an idea for a video, and you're gonna hear it here first because I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna be really excited about it, and now I'm gonna out and test it. And then of course I'll run out of the garage like I did in the other videos, and like, yeah, and then I'm gonna switch to black and white and this sad piano music, and like, it was at this moment he realized he's a 43-year-old man. And I'm gonna build on that, never having a water fight, and then I'm gonna film myself in the garden, just yeah, looking sad, and then the video is just going to be me walking around the garden using it to water plants because I'm a domesticated male now. So so it's basically a garden watering tool. That's going to be the end of the video, I think.
That's good. You just sitting on the deck and just watering stuff from afar.
Yeah,
If you can get enough pressure on it, you could use it for pruning your shrubs.
yeah,
That
Water
could work.
cutter, yeah.
because
That'd be
that
cool.
was the cool thing though, because once I assembled it, I had to go into my workshop and fire up the compressor, and I connected it, and yeah, it blows air. I mean, it's an air gun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that worked perfectly. So
So if you put a nail or something in the end of it, how far will it shoot it?
yeah, that's well, the nozzle is I mean,
They were replaceable. You said.
yeah, and the thing is, you can fit these huge sewing needles, the one you use for leather. You could probably shoot that 30-40 yards and get it to
Put some
stick in a
fins on
wall.
it, and yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I gonna wait until the cup comes because I have to work on the car this weekend, or if the weather is nice and I'm home alone for a day, I might bring out the welder and start making the backpack. but it's coming along real good. So I think within a couple of weeks I'll have a video out, hopefully. And
Nice.
then the week after that I'll probably get arrested, and then I'm going to spend the summer in jail for
Practice your sketching
yeah.
with crayons.
You don't drop the crayons.
Yeah. So other than that, I haven't done that much. But what I realized is, and of course you said it in the intro, but then you instantly name dropped your own video, so I could not get to the point. But episode 90, and if we do some maths, that means that we are 10 episodes away, or is it 9? I'm not sure. Do you count the episode we are in now, or do we count from the next
That's
one?
up to
But
you.
yeah, but we're getting close to 100, and at the rate we are also publishing episodes weekly, that means that we're getting close to 2 years as well. So the
That is true.
question is, should we celebrate that in some way, and how?
By stopping.
Yeah, ta-da, done, check. And then let's move on. Okay, but that's a funny thought experiment. If we were to stop the podcast, what should we do after that? Talk show?
That sounds like more work.
What would be the concept? I mean, one with cue cards and two sidekicks, or
I mean, that's what you have already.
yeah, basically. So easy then. We just releasing videos instead of no worries.
What did you have in mind, celebration-wise?
Having a beer.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that. I mean,
Getting hammered for episode. Yeah, man. It feels like, oh, when we reach such and such, we're gonna do like giveaways or whatever. It feels like it's been done before. So, I mean, of course, you can give away free stickers with the number 100 on them, but
We're giving away this podcast every week. Isn't that enough?
yeah,
yeah, I like K.J.'s idea from the previous discussion. Let's send out invoices.
yeah. This is for the last 2 years.
You swore blind you were listening every week. Here you go. This is what you owe.
You didn't read the fine print in the description, did you? No.
How much should we charge per episode?
Oh, you're a guest. That was extra.
The guest fee. Yeah, yeah.
Double invoicing. Yes, that's...
This rate, before you know it, we'll all have £1 each soon.
Yeah.
Oh God, our statistics are going to go through the floor, I feel, after this. Yes, and what I have been up to, you ask? Well,
Just about to.
yeah, but you were too slow.
Story of my life.
I've been playing around with my turboplane, which has been interesting.
Okay, hold up both your hands.
Yes, I have.
Oh, all digits.
All
That's
digits.
nice.
Done.
Yes.
Yes, it was. I mean, as usual, I jump off into the deep end, so to say. So I just took a big piece of kind of hardwood and decided to try and make a bowl out of it. And I started with, carving out the bowl, and quickly learned that that is the hard thing to do, to make a hole into something, because the turboplane is much like a router. You know that if you move it the wrong way, it will just run away from you. This is the same thing, but going the wrong way can just mean, oh, I tilted it 5 millimeters in the wrong way, so it bit down on the wood, and it goes away like 20 centimeters.
Oh, sounds like fun.
Yes, it was. I mean, I thought I had, but like some of the first cuts I did, it ran away from me, and then I thought, oh yeah, I got the hang of it now, and then I got to relax, and then it went away again. So at the end, okay, now I shouldn't do anything more, because then it's gonna carve through everything. But then I did the outside of the bowl, and that was so much easier when you didn't have extra walls all around to try and. So I got some extra respect for Lauren that did the power carving at Maker Central, because she made it look really simple. It is not. I mean, but yeah, she had probably a better piece of wood and better way of clamping it as well, and a better area to work in.
It's always better tools.
And she is Britain's best woodworker.
Yeah, that as well. I was going to say some experience is probably the thing mostly.
But I thought your bowl turned out pretty good, KJ, for a first attempt. I mean, it does look like a 1970s ashtray.
Yes,
but
yes.
I did think it looked pretty good for a first go, mate.
Yeah, for a first go, I'm really pleased with it. And yeah, it was a really first go feeling, because the first cuts I did, and I just stood to the back and turned the angle grinder off, and when it spun down, both the stop nut and the turbo plane just fell out and hit the concrete. Because apparently you were supposed to use like a foam rubbery gasket thing to hold it in place, which I didn't. I mean, the one thing with it didn't come with any kind of instructions. You were supposed to get how you were going to use it, because I found those in the bottom of the box, and when I put those on, it stayed on. So I felt really stupid just dropping it on the asphalt, like after 10 seconds of using it.
Have you made any content out of the whole process, KJ?
Yes, I have filmed it, and hopefully it will be a video. I think it's a short and sweet video. Yeah. It's definitely not a how-to. It's more a look what an idiot can do with a tool.
The problem is with a video like that, it's the same repetitive. It's like working on the lathe, isn't it? It's the same repetitive process over and over again. So
yes,
unless you're time lapsing it or just speeding the whole thing up.
No, it's gonna be quick cuts between, because it digs in really fast, so it doesn't have to be a long video. Yeah. I mean, I think half of the video files is me sanding it and putting oil on it and actually using it.
Has it left you inspired to use it again and make something else?
Yes, I have some plans. No more bowls in the immediate future, at least. No. But yeah, I have some more plans for it. So I am well pleased with it as a purchase.
Do you think you need a chainsaw to accompany it next, so you can go for those really big carvings?
No, I would rather say I would much more like to get the other Arbotech accessories, the smaller one and the ball one. Yeah. Because this isn't for the finer parts of it. It's for and there are one that is more aggressive as well, and it could be fun to have all of them. But I think I'm just gonna practice with the turbo thing for now on, because yeah, it's gonna take a while to get decent with it.
Just change your objective. Just making sawdust your objective, and you'll probably be one of the best people at it.
Yeah, it's made really nice shavings. So that is.
But you mentioned something that made me think, and maybe we should start a union, woodworkers, to bring back smoking or something, because there was, of course, a lot of uproar when you got the smoke ban in public places and so on, and that it actually started in Ireland is kind of paradoxical, but yeah. But you don't really see ashtrays anymore. And that had a huge impact on the maker community. Woodworking, pottery, leatherworking as well. Who of us haven't at some point in school made an ashtray as a gift to our parents? Maybe it was the first sign of affection towards your parents, bringing that home. You put blood, sweat, and tears into it, and it's a useful object for them. I mean, if you make an ashtray today, people hardly know what it is. Makes me
No.
want to make one as an art installation. I'm going to make something that's totally useless.
Now you come to mention it, I mean, I can remember my first pottery project when I was very, very young in primary
Cock and
school.
balls.
But it wasn't supposed
Reenacting that Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze movie, like yeah.
That definitely wasn't supposed to be an ashtray, but now you come to think of it, it really did look like one. So yeah.
I think you have to make an ashtray that can smoke the cigarettes as well.
Yeah.
Just add in some pumps, or maybe just have a little divot where you put tobacco instead of a pipe. So have a tray that smokes itself. Or maybe not.
No.
Another thing I've done is I changed the shower mixer. Is that what they call it in English? Where you regulate the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it just feels too simple to... it can't possibly be this easy.
I wish it was a bit quicker. I could tell you it was called something else, and then you hopefully refer to it as that in the future. But no, it's a shower mixer. I'm afraid I wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, and it only took me like 1.5 hours more than I thought, and one extra trip to the hardware store. So that was, to be a plumbing job, that's pretty good actually.
That's not bad. And did it leak at all when you first turned it on?
No leakage at all. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm as surprised as you. And I mean that's a good thing with doing plumbing in the shower, that it doesn't matter if it leaks. It can be dripping all night long. Who cares? It goes down the drain.
I have a suspicion that people, or the ones who design and make plumbing parts, are the same people who design the USB stick, because there is 2 ways of putting it in. And the 2 first try, it's wrong, and then on the 3rd it goes. And I think it's the same thing. I mean, you can pay really attention to putting that sealant tape on the threads, and you can use torque measuring tools and everything and put it together. It will always leak the first time. That's my experience. And then you take it off and you do exactly the same thing, and nope, still leaks. And then you rage, take it off and put it back on again, and you screw it together. Oh, now it doesn't leak. So.
That's just down to practice. You've not done it enough times yet, Haavard.
Oh.
More plumbing projects for you, I think.
Yeah, my problem is the different dimensions of stuff, because I went in with some assumptions, because I mean this is our main shower, the one shower in the house that everyone wants to use. We have 2 more, but they're not that good. So I didn't want to disassemble it beforehand. So when I did, I realized, okay, yeah, I can't do it the simple way. I can't just change it. I have to change the back plate as well, and then I have to change like 30 centimeters of pipe. Okay, the new back plate is 15 millimeter pipes made for, but the pipes I have are 12 millimeters. Okay, I get the fitting that goes between that. Fine. So I got all this and cut the pipes and realized that no, these pipes are not 1 millimeter thick walls. It's 1.2 millimeters. So you can't get that support shell, what it's called, in it.
The olive.
Might be.
Looks like a brass washer kind of thing.
No, you have a support thing inside the pipe as well.
Okay, are these plastic pipes?
No, copper.
Oh, okay.
Soft copper pipe, you're supposed to have a thing in it. So then I realized that a small thing I've been having in my water things, I haven't really known what it was. It's something to make the pipes wider. So you just bang it in, and then it becomes bigger. Then you can use that thing. So that was, this is why I have it. Nice. So I think that was what those extra hours got to, how to actually widen it and make it all come together, and yeah.
But that's also annoying that in Scandinavia as well. Of course, we have embraced the metric system and anything else. But when it comes to plumbing parts, it's fucking inches. It's a 3/4 inch,
imperial,
1/2 inch, whatnot. Why And then, of course, when I want to use it for other things than plumbing, like making a flamethrower, I mean, a water gun, then it doesn't fit because you want to mix it with some other parts, but they are metric, and then you
Yeah.
just fuck it and I weld it together. But and why do you need a half inch, a 3/8, and a quarter? Surely you could just pick one and go with that, because that's the problem. Yes, you look at it and yeah, this is surely a 3/4, and then you go to the hardware store and yep, picking them that and coming back home and look, nope, they didn't fit. It turns out it was a 7/4 quarter inch football pitch and a swimming pool, whatever, and then you have to go back again. And but maybe that's their business model. We make
Yeah.
them go to the hardware store a lot of times, so they buy
Yeah.
a lot of shit.
And then
I
you get
often,
the correct dimensions, but the thread is have a different angle instead, or a
yeah,
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's madness.
finding those connecting parts can be an absolute nightmare. I'll often be able to find them on Amazon, which is brilliant because it's next day delivery, but I want it that day, so I go to the hardware store and they don't have it at the hardware store. It drives me nuts every
Yeah,
time.
that's they have all the parts except the one you need.
Yeah.
No matter what you need, that's the
Yeah.
thing they don't have. They have everything else.
And you can't ask anybody because you don't know what that bit's called. But you know what it is when you see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and even if you knew, they sure as hell don't,
No,
because
that's
they are
true.
just some teenagers working there. Plumbing,
Yeah.
oh, it says plumbing on that sign. Go over there. And like, yeah, I know how to read too.
Yeah, I tried to make not a flamethrower, the opposite, a fire suppressant system out of the CO2 canisters you have for a soda machine and that sort of thing. And to get that, I mean, then you have to go, because I want to use standard plumbing parts for the mechanism, that sort of thing. But then you have to go from plumbing parts to kitchen stuff.
Right.
And that is not a step they want you to take, because getting fittings that goes to both those worlds, that is not easy. So it was like 3 things after each other to try to connect it, and that just leaked like anything because you get a temperature difference when you release a lot of CO2 quickly. It becomes really cold, so then the metal moves and it just goes everywhere. So yeah, that was I should weld it sounds like a good idea at this point.
But speaking about fire suppressants, you know those. I'm not sure what they're called in English, but the toy cars where you put money on to make them move, the ones
Oh,
that you
yeah.
see for kids in shopping malls and so on.
Yeah.
I found a guy not far from where my mother lives that sell used ones, and then I found one which was Paddington Bear in something that resembled like Postman Pat's van. And like, oh my god, I would like to two-stroke that one so bad. So I put it on like a watch list on the online marketplace, but it
So
was
now
too.
you're on the watch list as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it sold, and I'm a bit bummed out. But it was a lot of money for it. And then today, somebody put up an almost identical one, but it was the Fireman Sam car with the ladder on top. It has a few crack in the roof because it's fiberglass, but I can easily patch that with fiberglass. And then, yeah, you can fit a go-kart underneath that. And yeah, those blue blinking lights on top, those one costs $12 on AliExpress, 12 volts rotating pulleys. So it's like, oh, do I want to call my mom and just make her go and get it? And then, of course, should I make it? I mean, it's a fire truck. Surely it should blast fire somewhere instead of putting it out. So,
Of course.
but I'm not sure if I would like to pile that project on everything else that I have. But
It's a nice dream.
Yeah. But speaking of plumbing, though, when I'm building the deck, and I've seen a lot of it around, like these outdoor kitchens,
Yeah.
and some of them are on wheels, and then, of course, most of them they have a sink, all the ads I've seen, it's for washing lettuce when you're barbecuing. So I mean, do I want to build something just to rinse lettuce?
Yeah.
Sure, fair enough. But usually they have like a catch system, a tank underneath, and you have to go and empty it. But now that I built the frame for the deck and I haven't screwed down the planks, I can actually route a pipe underneath with the right angle so the water drains and don't collect and freeze somewhere. So should I put in piping for a future drain system? But I mean, I would probably have fun finding an old metal sink and building the damn thing. But if I'm going to be honest, probably never going to use it for anything.
You're going to put any drainage in for your bathtub? That's on the deck, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's just a hose into the nearby woods. So the only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove that rubber squeeze thing with a proper valve.
I mean, you could repurpose the super soaker and have it eject the water really quickly. Just have a middle stage that compresses it and shoots it away. Compresses, shoot away.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a fun drain to have in an outdoor kitchen, because when it fills up, it will just shoot it all away in an instant, and it aims at the person standing there. So you might be fine, and then you get sloshed.
Oh.
And
Getting,
maybe I want to
getting
build one of
squirted's
those.
bad enough, but getting squirted by dirty bathwater.
Yeah, isn't
I
that
bet
what
they
they
had
call
a pee in there.
dirty warfare? Yeah. But maybe I should build one of those. I actually saw a lengthy video on how these are actually working, but the ones that farmers use, the ones that goes like tuk 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 tuk, and then it just switches over and goes the other way.
Yeah.
And that mechanism is brilliant. But maybe I could build something for that to drain the bathtub. You just switch it on and like tuk 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 tuk, and it waters your garden. Dirty bath water, yeah.
Yeah, some extra nutrients. Yeah. Probably good for the plants.
Yeah.
Fine for the plants.
Bear and piss. That's good for plants, isn't it? That's why it's so green and luscious around the town squares and whatnot.
I would guess that piss is better than beer.
Nerdy fact, if you use a bit of soap in there as well, the soap will kill the aphids on the plants.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and not only that, but you put bleach in the water, don't you? No, it's not called bleach. It's chlorine. Yeah,
Chlorine. Yeah.
But then again, they did not write anything about this. Is an aluminum bathtub, and chlorine in aluminum it's not beneficial, and I don't think it's good for the oak either. So I just drain it out after a use. I mean, we have water. It's not like it's yeah. But I'm looking forward to that. It's not been used since last autumn, so now I figured out the place for it. I need to strengthen some of the beams where it is gonna sit. So yeah, I think that's gonna be once the deck is built. I'm gonna fill up the bathtub, fire it up, and have 2 bears to celebrate.
That's something to look forward to in a couple of years' time, then, isn't it?
Yeah, right before we sell the house. And then we're going to bring the bathtub with us because I paid way too much money to leave that with the house when we move. So. I did actually, I note down every time I've used it, and I divided the price I paid for it for the number of times I've taken a bath. And I am now on the south side of like £35 a bath. So I'm still going to use it a few years before this is cheaper than actually going to a spa and pay for. Yeah.
What have you got to get it down to make it a cheap bath? Like £1 a bath?
I mean, a tenner is. I mean, that's cheaper than going to the public bath, but this is of course the price. I have not calculated in that you're going to use at least one of these 40 liters bags of firewood to get it up to heat, and those cost money as well. So
yeah.
But you can't put a price on well-being.
But you can put a price on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did either of you watch the last 10 seconds of my video, by the way?
No.
No.
That depends on what you.
Sorry, I expected to get more comments for the last 10 seconds of my video, but I think there's only a couple of people watched it. Stian commented, but
Yeah,
nobody else has.
the blooper reel, or was it something at the very end of that, or
I just had the knife spinning, and then I did something else at the end.
singing?
The singing part.
Yeah, you did see it.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's why I just expected more comments over that.
It's nice to have singing in videos.
It's just normal.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
No.
I mean, it was rather nice. You should sing more.
I think I did it too well. If I'm not getting comments, it's not worth it.
Yeah. You need to practice. Put a little more out of tune. Is that a program function? Out of tune instead of auto tune to get it to sound a little.
An effect on DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah. The puberty breaking voice.
Yeah.
Function.
Yes.
God, that must have been hilarious in your house, KJ, with your deep voice. Did you go from a high voice to a deep voice?
Kind of, but I did it without noticing.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that one day I couldn't sound like the Smurfs.
Right.
As good as I could before. So then my voice was gone.
It's very obvious when my voice was breaking.
That's the thing, though. I wasn't aware that this could happen, but there is it's a game programmer that also does a lot of live streaming, and he has a very deep voice, and he got that very late because you can actually have something, and his doctor confirmed it. You could have like not a second puberty, but you can in your 30s have another happening where your voice changes again, and that happened in his 30s. It's like overnight you just woke up and like, oh, what the fuck, and it just totally. And he played some old clips of how he sounded before, and it was like, yeah, that was Alvin and the Chipmunks, and now it's Barry the baritone. I miss. I wish sometimes if I drink more than one glass of whiskey and a pitcher of beers and some vodka, and then I wake up the next day, I have a growly voice, and I really like it. I'm not sure if everyone else does, but the question is, what is it that alcohol does to my vocal cords, and can that be emulated? Can I go into, like, people get lasers on their eyes? Can you laser my vocal cord so I get that growly cowboy whiskey voice rather than this squeaky?
Sometimes get a sexy voice when you're just getting a cold as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's basically the same. So what happens when you get a cold and drunk? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. And
but it's fun. I mean, I think the rest of the world doesn't like it because it's fun to play around with your voice when you're at that point because everyone goes a bit deeper.
Yeah,
like I say in singing circuits, that's only the ones. The basses of the choir are the only ones who can go out drinking because their voice actually improves by drinking, which makes all the other singers envious.
That's the thing, though. I was singing a bit previously, but after puberty and the voice broke, I can't. I mean, I can still sing, but it's in a very narrow voice band because in somewhere in the middle there, my voice breaks. I can't do those tones, and then the next level up, it's too high pitch, and that band is usually where most people or most music is. So I can't really sing unless it's semi deep, but I can't really go deep enough either to play to sing bass. So yeah, I'm fucked either way. It's not.
I mean, that sounds nice when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Is that why you didn't get the Christmas #1?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Never
mind. Have a good drink before you do it next time.
Yeah. That's one of the video I'm gonna repost that next Christmas, but just the Christmas song. But it was. I didn't expect it to do good because it's not a fairy tale of New York. But I mean, it
More
is.
Hell Quarter.
Yeah, and it is a bit sad given the amount of time actually spent on it. So yeah, it just comes to show that it doesn't matter how much you spend on a video; that it doesn't help anything.
No.
I mean, if you could get the bag guitar together and add in that to the mix. Every year you create a new instrument and add it to the song and try to build on it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, and next time it's not. I mean, I have I just have the film, the extra clip playing the bagpipe guitar, and I have the master edit, so I just change out that track. Yeah.
Have it recurring. 1 year you will get it. It just needs more silly instruments.
Yeah.
I think it's just down to the thumbnail. Put Mariah Carey in your thumbnail next time.
Yeah.
You booting her off the #1 place.
Yeah.
with the bag guitar in one hand and the hell quarter behind you. This is
And wearing only Santa's hat, and then you blur out the rest. Like,
I mean, that's the good thing with having a guitar in front of you. You can get away with that.
yeah, like the naked guitar playing cowboy. Yeah.
It's a shame.
Exactly.
It's a shame you've not got a mannequin that you could dress up as Mariah Carey and
Yeah.
just have her there in front of the microphone and then just go and wheel her out the way and say, "Not this year, Mariah. It's my turn."
So
just
many
like
great
when she started, like, oh, like, oh no, enough from you, and just yank her off stage with one of those old classic canes with a twist on it, where they used to pull performance off stage. It's like, yoink, not this year.
That is better than a flamethrower. That I was thinking. Yeah, definitely.
It's a bit extreme, KJ.
That's for the Patriots.
Yeah, it might be a bit too much.
Yeah. So that's just added to the list.
Oh, you're welcome, and we're sorry, as usual.
You could probably get a Mariah blow-up doll.
I'm not googling to verify that. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I assume you can, but yeah.
Hang on a second.
It's for those with an extreme Christmas fetish.
Oh yeah, we're definitely drifting into the half pint here. I can tell.
Cue elevator music.
Yeah. Before we do that, I just wanna. I mean, I started talking about the Maker Center video. I'm gonna end with it as well, because anyone who watched it saw that a lot of it was focused around Make It Makers, which were where I was staying most of the time, and that we had real fun with it. And if anyone thinks it looks like fun, we are open for more people helping out, because the one thing we are lacking is people, we feel like, because we could use some more. So if you want to tag along to the Make It Makers, it doesn't have to be all the time. Just if you want to come in and help out in some kind of way, there are spots open, so to say. So just reach out to any one of us who was on there, and you're more than welcome to help out.
Maybe I'll join. Then people can come and build their own hell quarter.
That sounds like a perfect just 2-hour thing.
Yeah, you just get the first recorder and some 3D printed parts, and to just get you on the way. And
yeah, it does actually sound tempting, KJ, but it's a year away. I can't commit to that yet, so maybe closer to the time.
I bully you when it comes closer.
Anyway, do you want me to tell you about the Mariah blow-up doll?
In the half pint, please. In the half pint.
Do that in a half pint, and then in the meantime, Google blow up Rudolph, because I got a video idea.
Oh no! You can
oh no! You don't know. Bye.